The fourth quarter of 2020 is here. I know it's hard to believe, but today I'm going to talk to you about my projections of what I think is going to happen in the fourth quarter throughout the country and, of course, throughout our own San Diego, even leading up to the North County Coastal. My goal today is to answer questions I get asked all the time, which is, market ever come back to normal? What are some leading indicators for 2022? What's happening with the end of forbearance? Are we going to get a big rush of bank-owned homes? Or is there a slowdown coming and it's going to turn into a buyer's market? Well, those are some questions we're going to answer right now. And I'm going to use statistics from Altos Research and my MLS. And Altos Research is one of the leading data providers for real estate. Hey, it's Rob, Homes by Rob Denny, Home Smart Realty West. First of all, let's take a look at nationally. Right now, the average home sold for $389,000. That's up about 11% from last year. And what's interesting about that is last year, everything was out of whack, including the real estate market. And normally a slower season, which is fall, it didn't slow down at all. So the fact that our market stayed so strong last year at this time, to be up another 11% right now is just telling you how strong of a seller's market this still is. And take a look locally here in San Diego County. A single family home as of September 30th was selling for $795,000. That is up 18.7% from previous year, September 30th. And take a look at the coastal area. Of course, Del Mar led the way as far as single family prices. And they're at $2,975,000, but they are not the highest percentage increase compared to last year. They're only at 15.7% from September 30th. And I know that sounds crazy to say only, but that's where we're at. Solana Beach is at 26.6% increase, and leading the way on the coast is Cardiff by the Sea. Single family home median price has increased by 27.7%. So that just shows you, while we look at these numbers, and the reason I like to compare is I like to keep an eye on the national numbers, but we're also in a little bubble here in San Diego, as we all know. And our increases over last year are going to be higher, of course. Now let's go back and take a look at another graphic I find interesting from Altos Research. It's a really good sign about the future pricing indicator, which is price reductions, meaning percentage of homes that are listed right now for sale and how many of them took a price reduction in order to get an accepted offer, going to escrow. And I've talked about this in the past. Normally about 30 to 35% of the homes listed end up taking a price reduction. And what you can see in this graph, each line in this chart is a year, and the year normally starts strong. February, March, April is when the market usually peaks in the springtime. And then if they haven't sold by May, June, July, as summer rolls in, people start reducing their prices. Price reductions usually peak in November, and then the market goes away for the year because the holidays are coming in. But if you look closely here, you can see it's pretty much a normal curve except for that one little one at the bottom. And guess what that bottom one represents? This past year, of course. So now, naturally, some homes are taking 35%, but in San Diego, it's probably 25% that need a price reduction. And right now, as you can see, it's way up for the peak April area, where only about 15% were taking price reductions throughout the United States. And I'm only talking about single-family homes here. I just don't have time to do all the attached and everything else to see how long this is taking. But last year, this crazy unseasonal curve to it, it never cooled. So we're less frenzied than last year, but we're still frenzied, folks. That doesn't mean we're hitting the wall here. Normally, as of September 30th, single-family homes throughout San Diego County, including on the coast, were getting ask above ask. In fact, year over, every single coastal area I covered from Oceanside 92054 down to Del Mar, my monthly market reports are up from original list price received over last year. So don't believe that things are slowing down. If you're looking for a house, or you're selling a house, you know darn good and well, maybe you're not getting 5 or 6 offers or writing 5 or 6 offers, but they're getting really strong offers right off the bat. hence the days on market are staying so low. And now if the market's cooling, or something's coming up, the decreased price is a good way to keep an eye on what's going on. I'm happy to look into your neighborhood. Just let me know. Now, single family homes for sale nationally, the numbers probably peaked, but we just never got the big jump in inventory that I'd hoped for. And this is going to be an issue, folks, for at least another year and a half, 2 years, which means prices aren't going anywhere. If you take a closer look there, you can see that January of 2016, we had 1,198,000 homes for sale. January 2020, you had 963. And then January 2021, we were down to 560. Now we're down to 468. And now it's the same locally. So, and everybody's just gobbling up everything that comes on the market still. So there is no forbearance sale coming. I know everybody's thinking there might be, but right now, as you look at this chart, there's about 20,000 homes that come on. That's it. And if you want to know how it is locally, 16 homes have sold or in escrow. There's one on the market right now, 16 all of San Diego County. And out of all those, only one in Rancho Santa Fe, 92067, and one in Carlsbad, 92010. The rest are scattered around the county. The rest, that makes 14 more. There might be a few more, but that's not bringing inventory back. And there's no smoking deals coming. But let's not make this out to total negative. Let's face it. If you bought a home last year, I mean, there's parts of Carlsbad are up 25%. And other areas too. And where are you making that anywhere? These numbers are showing you these prices are going to stay high. So you're making money even if you buy something now. All those people have gone to bidding wars last year and we said, oh, that house, that's way too much money for that house. That house is up a minimum of 13%. So if you're thinking, oh, with this inventory, I'm just going to wait and wait and wait, when are you going to make 10 to 15% or more? Maybe if you're a stock expert, but more power to you. Those things are all over the place. But right now, real estate is where it's at, and it's going to remain. And I brought this up quite a bit, especially on the national. And it's a market action index. And that tells us if it's a buyer's or seller's market. 30 or below, it's a buyer's market. 30 or above, it's a seller's market. San Diego County, as of September 30th, is at an 80. 80. And most of the coast is the same way. Del Mar, Rancho Santa Fe, and Solana Beach, they're all like high 30s, so they're still just a slightly seller's market. But the rest of the coastal area is like 40s, 50s, even up to 80. I think 92010 is up to like 90. So it's a strong market, seller's market. So that's what all these numbers point at, folks. And these numbers are facts. They're not made up. Like I said, I take them from Altos Research and from our own MLS. And what these numbers all show you is this market is going to stay strong, not only for the rest of the fourth quarter, but at least through 2022. Expect much more of the same. Inventory does get a slight bump up. And if the interest rates bump up a little bit, fine. Don't worry about it. Buy the home you want because, like I said, you're going to be earning 15%. Anyway, that's it. That's a look at the fourth quarter. As you can see, strong sellers or strong housing market, strong prices. Don't be intimidated by it. I would love to talk to you about if you have a home to sell or if you have a home to buy. Please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'm happy to help. I'm always here to work. If you know anybody could use this video, I'd really appreciate you sharing it with them. And I will talk to you soon. I hope all is well. Thank you.